So this video will cover this project for the generator shed that I'm going to build. We've had this generator for about 6 to 8 months. Hurricane season's about 2 months away. So I wanted to build a spot for it to, just prior to the hurricane coming, I could put it in. It would be secure, it's hooked up, it's ready to go. And I could just quickly run out, turn it on whenever, if ever we lose power. So I will get into some of the reasons why I set it up the way I did. Some of this is based on a video by Paul and Kathy Short. I think you just search on their name and generator enclosure, and you'll see the amazing enclosure that he has there. Hopefully this will be somewhat similar. So anyways, it's a large generator. It takes up a lot of space. So I will do my best to kind of show you, to record this, to first tell you why I'm going to build it like I'm going to build it, and go from there. So first and foremost, I do like to weld. I own welders. So just like anything else, if I was a woodworker, I would probably try to build this out of wood of some sort, or some people use plastic. I was a little concerned about the stability of it in the winds. It's somewhat, where I'm going to put it, somewhat protected by the winds, but number two, flames or whatever. So if it's metal, you know, I don't run the risk of catching wood on fire or anything like that. So anyways, so this is the generator, Generac 17.5. It should power the whole house. I haven't tried it yet, but you'll have to, you know, kind of make some sacrifices if you want to run the AC, turn everything else off, run the AC a little bit. And so on. So anyways, I will do my best to record every step and how I'm building it as I go, and we'll go from there. It's about, like I said, 2 months until hurricane season. That's my goal, is to get it up and ready, painted and everything to go, ready to go for hurricane season. So this is the back of my shop. I've got a generator shed here that's got a little bit more room. This is all wood here, but this is where I plan to put the generator shed here. As you can see, I've already got an outlet here ready for it. I guess that's a junction box. I don't know what that is there, but so it's about 75 feet to the house. So it goes up from there all the way through, all the way down the side of the shop, goes in the ground and then up. You can see the AC over there. It goes up there and then to the breaker box. We do have a transfer switch inside that we'll utilize to connect up the house. So this is basically 7 foot roughly by 4 foot deep, 7 foot wide. So I think it's like 7'4". So we'll go ahead and put it here. I want to try to keep it a little bit back away from the shop, maybe give me a couple inches of room. That will allow the top to open up, to hinge a little bit. The other thing, I lose a little bit of real estate here. I could notch it a little bit and come out, but I'm going to eventually move this gutter to where it's going underground, so that will not be a non-issue. But I'm probably going to stop the generator shed right around here. So this is where we're going to have it. So again, hurricane's on the way. I'll wheel it back here. I will put it in the generator shed, lock it up. It'll be, generally speaking, weather tight. Hook it all up, have it ready to go, and then I can just run out and flip the switch. So this was the original design when I sat down. I always try to at least practice on SketchUp. I don't do it enough. It's always kind of a time suck, if you will, but I do enjoy it from time to time, the stuff that I do know how to do. So this was the original design. It's going to be a little bit different than this. Number one, I had some square tubing that I was going to use, but then decided to use all angle iron. And number two, I'm not going to have this cross brace here. I want to be able to, I don't know what I was thinking with that, but want to be able to easily kind of move it in, spin it once you get in place. So that part will be gone. I will also have another kind of a front section here that comes out 10 inches, and same over here, and then a door that swings this way, and then a lid that swings up. Originally I thought the fans would be over here, and drawing air in and blowing out the left-hand side based on the generator shed is over here. So I'm going to basically draw air in and go this way. So that's the original design. As we'll get into in a few minutes, you'll see the differences. Okay, so first, I told you I had 7 foot, so I originally had this, the width of this enclosure about 72, 73 inches, and I decided to shrink it down some. So it's 69 inches from side to side. That will be the entire back, and then the sides, or the depth of it's going to be 42 inches. On this side, there will be the fans here. I've got some radiator fans from a car, 12 volts, and I'll have an external little intake. Again, if you look at Paul and Kathy Short's video, he's got a nice intake that comes down. Outside the box, there's a screen on it to keep the animals out and bugs and everything, whatever. But it allows you to draw kind of fresh air in instead of sucking it straight in where there's maybe moisture or whatever. It's at least a little bit of a design to get some fresh air. So there'll be the intake here, which I'm planning to be 4 inches. I don't really know for sure, but that's what I'm working with now. The 2 fans will be there, 42 inches deep. And we'll come around the corner. We'll have, just for stability, a 10-inch little section here. Again, it'll be a complete frame. And same thing on this side, 10 inches. Over here will be kind of louvers, but here will be the vent. And I struggled a little bit on the exhaust part. If you remember back there, the outlets will be located here on the wall. And here's the exhaust. So right down there. So I didn't want to come off there and bring it out right near where the cable is going to go, all that sort of stuff, or the power cord, and then into that and have the vent or the exhaust coming out. So unfortunately, I think I may cross it, and I'll go from there on the ground over to this point here. I'll bring it up high. I'm hoping by the time it gets here, it will be fairly cool. I will also make something that will hold the cable securely. It'll be far enough away from the exhaust tubing or whatever so that it won't catch on fire. So yeah, that's basically the design. Just this will be kind of automatic louvers that whenever there's pressure, it'll open up, or manual. I shouldn't say automatic, but the main connector here that's going to go into the house is this 50 amp. Unfortunately, I can't get the full power output. Didn't know that when I bought it through one outlet. But it is what it is. It should still work okay. And then I think I'm going to try to power the fans through this 12 volt DC outlet there. I don't know the capacity of the fans, the draw, all that sort of stuff. But here's two fans that I have here. And then I've got 2 more, so I'll try to test, see what the current is, the draw, and see if that will be a good option for me. So pardon the mess, but I've got 4 20-foot sections of 1.5" by 1/8 angle iron. Very long. Pardon the rooster, pardon the mess. But yeah, so I've got 4 20-foot sections here. I believe that should be enough. I calculated a little bit of overage, but we'll see how it goes when I get into it. So that's the frame part there, and we'll go on to the sheet metal. Okay, so this is the sheet metal that I'm going to use to skin the frame. Just wanted to show real quick on this video the manual interlock switch. So you lift that up, and the breaker will have to be off for the generator breaker to be on. So that was one thing we added. They have automatic ones as well, but that's a cheap way. The other thing I thought was pretty cool that somebody recommended was this is kind of a power back sensor. So you wrap it around your line, and it'll basically you set it up so when you start running your generator, you turn this on, and when it detects power on your main line, it'll actually beep, so you hear it and you can kind of go, turn your generator off, that sort of thing. Otherwise, you're sitting there burning gas. But depending on where you live, it may be kind of easy to see if your power is back on, but where I'm at, it's not. So
Just thought it was.
I think that's it. There's nothing really left to talk about other than let's just get to it and build. I don't really know how I'm going to chunk these videos. I think I will leave this video here and then start the build in another video just to keep it kind of short.